Alright, going to be doing Streamer today. Streamer is a character that historically has given me a lot of trouble, and only until recently, thanks to the help of my good friend Beast of Bones, shout out to Beast of Bones, they've sort of trained me up on how to play this character. And honestly, now it's one of the better characters for me, Streamer. I think a big thing is that we're not going to do engineering. You know, I think engineering is the most commonly suggested thing with Streamer. You don't really see guns suggested that much, but actually, I'm telling you right now, the gun route is so much easier than the engineering route, in my opinion. It's just, you know, you have a few sort of thresholds that you want to keep in mind, but it should be relatively pretty easy because there's just not much. There's not much room for failure here other than being too greedy, essentially. That's what's going to be your downfall. So, real quick, we'll just go over what we got here. You know, 3%. What you know, Streamer. There's a lot on the screen here. What he does, the main thing is that he gives you 3% of your materials per second while standing still. So, you want to build up a healthy amount of materials and cash in by mainly standing still in most waves. Now, with the guns, that's going to function a little bit different than the engineering, I suppose, because the main thing is you're going to be clearing out enemies, in my opinion, a lot faster with guns than you are with engineering, which is the big upside of it when I compare the two. But you still need to know that enemies come in on a 5-second timer, so the enemies that are going to kill you are mainly going to be the charging enemies and to a lesser degree the bullet enemies. But the charging enemies especially, because they're going to charge at you, and if you don't kill them and you're still trying to stand still, they're just going to sit right on you and kill you pretty fast. So really they're the ones you want to keep an eye out, and you definitely, the thing I would recommend doing there is maybe move for like 2 seconds and then try to stand still for like 3 seconds. Basically, dodge them, stand still, dodge them, stand still. You can get your passive probably either 2 or 3 ticks by doing that, and that's still a lot of value that you're going to be getting. And what we want to do is we want to get, we're going to start SMG, but I call this, you know, this is a gun build. It's not necessarily an SMG build. We're going to pick up any decent gun that comes our way. Especially since a lot of the other guns, we start SMG just because it's like, it's the most powerful to start out with, just in a general sense, as a single gun for the first wave or two. But really, it does rely on finding flat ranged damage, which may not be the best for us sometimes because we really do want to increase our percent damage, since we do lose a lot of percent damage for holding onto materials. The threshold of materials that we're looking to do is by Wave 9 at least, hopefully earlier, but, you know, Wave 9 specifically, we want to have 300 materials at the start of each round. That's kind of the threshold we're going to. And from Wave 9 out, that's generally the threshold we're looking for. We want to buy down to 300 every turn. And we're going to be making a lot from there on out. Usually from there on out, we make at least $1,000, or we make up to 1,000 materials, sometimes more each round. And that's kind of it. We'll start SMG, and like I said, we'll just try to pick up some guns. Try to get like 4 guns, and then start just holding money generally until Wave 9. And I'm just really quick on the stats that we're going to be prioritizing adding early. We do want HP because we're not very survivable, especially since our passive does not actually give us materials that count toward our experience, if that makes sense. So we're not going to be leveling up that much, especially when you consider that 50% materials are dropped, so half the materials of normal. You know, we're just not going to be leveling up that much, so HP, it's nice to just get some of that, since normally when you level up, you get HP naturally, and we just aren't going to be getting that. Percent damage is a huge one, because like I said, we lose that with our materials, and we need to counteract that a bit. Range damage is still always going to be good, and this, you know, between percent damage and range damage, you actually want to prioritize percent damage unless you're stuck with guns that heavily rely on range damage, if that makes sense. So, like if we actually get stuck just with like 6x SMGs somehow, then I will have to definitely get a bunch of range damage, because that gun, you know, it relies on having flat range damage. Attack speed will always be good. Crit we actually don't care about. We're not going to take crit early because it does not give us enough early game payoff to care about. We want to strengthen our early game. And we don't want range either in that regard. Even armor we don't want. We're going to pick up our armor by picking up structures ideally. We buy any turret because it's worth 2 armor. That's just worth it. But also keep in mind other stuff like Garden, Wandering Bots count as structures. So those are obviously high priority adds. We don't want dodge. Dodge doesn't do anything for us early. We don't necessarily want speed early either. We definitely want it later, but I wouldn't take it early. I wouldn't even take luck early. You know, luck is not directly doing anything for us early that we care about. We just want to get our money up and survive and kill stuff. Luck doesn't help with that. Harvesting, however, does. It's weird that we wouldn't take luck, but we do want to take harvesting, but that is just how it comes out. You know, the harvesting gives us materials that actually count toward our experience, which again, for the same reason that we want HP is the same reason we kind of want harvesting. We want to be able to level up, and harvesting will help with that. So that's just kind of a breakdown of what we're targeting with our stats here. And we're just going to stand still for these early waves until around the last 5 seconds or so, and then we'll pick up materials and kill any, you know, trees that come our way. Okay, dynamite. I might just take this because honestly, if I see any shredder, if I see any rocket launcher, I would absolutely want to take those. It's just $5 if I want to skip it. I think it's worth speculating on. All right, these are not weapons we want, so we will re-roll here, unfortunately. All right, well, we don't want these either. We really do need to find weapons because, like I said, the first 2 waves, you're guaranteed 2 weapons per shop. That's a unique thing to the first 2 waves, so we really do need to find our weapons now. Okay, that's something we want. I could... Now, this is one advantage of the SMG here. Like, I could buy this right now, but the SMG alone should be enough for me to fight the second wave here without needing the shredder. And I think $68 is the threshold for... yeah, I'm going to try to get to $68 here, because that's when my passive kicks into 2 per turn. Yeah, around there. So now I'm getting more money per turn. Just going to help me with the econ a lot more. Pick up those materials, hit the passive a little bit more. And then about 100 is when you get to 3. Okay, between the 2 of these, I would prioritize percent damage, but HP is probably next on the list of what I would prioritize, but we do want the damage. Ugly Tooth is great. I don't mind locking that. We will buy the shredder and roll again. Alright, that's great. We got 2 weapons that are super good, and another item that's great. We want the range damage, obviously. Now, I'm going to not buy these right now just because I got a lot of money here, and I want... you know, I basically make the judgment call, I think, with just an SMG and with just a shredder. Can I take on wave 3? I think I can, so there's no sense in me buying these right now. We're going to get to our threshold of 300 a lot earlier than I usually do here. And I don't even need to, you know, the main thing here is don't die. So, like I said, every 5 seconds they spawn, so just got to keep that in mind. I don't have to hit my passive as much as I normally would here because I did purposely be greedy. If I'm going to purposely be greedy, then I do want to, like, not overestimate my ability to survive. We'll take percent damage again here. Definitely out of those. Okay, now we want to get our weapons. Let's get our 4 weapons going into wave 4. I'll keep these locked, though, because I'm pretty close to that 100 threshold. I want to go to 100 ASAP so I get my 3 materials a turn. We'll have to move anytime those bullets come in, though. Now, as far as the waves go, you can be pretty greedy up until wave 6, I would say. Especially wave 7 is pretty hard. But wave 6, you don't want to underestimate. You know, there's definitely... okay, let's try to kill this loot alien. Get my damage increase. It's worth me not taking my passive here just to kill that, I think. Dang it, I didn't die. Well, that sucked. I messed up there, but you know what? It's fine. I'm telling you, this strategy is so foolproof that I can, I can mess up there plenty, and I won't be punished that hard for it. All right, we are at 173. I'm going to take these just because they're useful. I'm not going to roll though. 115 is a-okay. Well, let's roll once. 100 is our threshold. So I'll lock that. I'll lock that. We'll lock the head injury as well for sure. You know, I can't remember if landmines counts as a structure. I feel like it does. I'm going to lock it just for science. I can't remember if it does or not. I wouldn't buy it if it's not a structure, but we're going to find out here. We'll see our armor increased if it is indeed a structure. So wave 5 is the final, what I would say, like, pretty easy wave. We're going to try to get our passive here as much as we can. But obviously I still got to move away from charging enemies as they come in. And bullet shooters. Okay, we're already almost to 276. This is a great item to have. Like I said, we don't have crit, so it's just all positives there. We don't really need to add armor on this character is the thing. So I actually don't think I will here. I'm going to reroll, try to get some damage related stuff. Harvesting would be fine here. I think I'm going to take the range damage though. So let's see. My armor's at 1 right now. Does it increase if I buy this? It does. Okay, so landmine is absolutely worth buying. For 25 bucks, we just got 2 armor. That is totally worth it. Now, I could hold them here, but like I said, wave 6, it does start to get a bit hard, so I am going to buy them all, actually, just to get my free roll here. I'm still above 100, which is great. You know, I'm only trying to get to 300 by wave 9. I don't want to, like, accidentally die. I'm tempted to buy the wheelbarrow right now, though, just to get the harvesting going. I think that it's so much harvesting. I think we'll definitely do that. And the minus armor doesn't mean much to us because it's so easy for us to get armor on this character. So we're not getting as much passive as we could have got here, but I think it's totally worth it. We increased our power level quite a lot there while also increasing some economy through that wheelbarrow. Economy, which will also add us just overall stats, including health, which we're a little low on at pretty much all times with streamer. Just pay attention to the chargers, pay attention to the bullet dudes. That's about it. You don't even need to pick up, you know, if you can pick up the materials, great. You don't even necessarily need to. Okay, between health and lifesteal here, because we don't have any lifesteal yet, I'd like to get some, but I will prioritize health here over that. Of course, it gives us health immediately. Whatever though, right? I'm going to buy this just so it helps me. It'll pay for itself a little bit. I don't need range as a stat early, but I'm mainly buying this just to get my materials picked up. And I will lock this acid. Now, wave 7 is pretty hard, but I think we're fine there. We're going to just econ up and definitely got to keep an eye out for the eggs. We do not want those eggs to spawn, so definitely we move toward them. But we try to stay in the center of the map so we can hopefully catch them. And obviously we have to kill those chargers. Well, eggs will spawn here inevitably. It's just a unfortunate fact of life. I don't know how I didn't dodge that, but we'll allow it, I guess. And often on this wave, if you do get some early eggs spawn like this, you're unfortunately just going to have to say that your hero power is not happening. Like, I have no reasons to think I can survive standing still here. As you can see, I'm taking some hits. But that's fine. It's not a good round for streamer. It's just not a good wave for streamer. You just have to come to terms with that. These are not stats we want. Now this is. Alright, I'm seeing good stuff. We're already at our 300 threshold, by the way. So we can... I am going to buy fertilizer, though, and probably Scar, because These are nice greed items, but I'll still keep the acid locked. I can go down to 200 on these waves just fine. It's 9 that is kind of our hard limit, that we're going to say that 300 is our hard limit on that one. Okay, we don't want to die. Gotta make sure I pay attention to the bullets, pay attention to the dudes here. Especially the dudes with the horns on the top of their head. Or whatever they are. Those guys have a lot of health and a lot of damage. Wave 7 and 8 are tough ones back to back, because they're pretty hard to actually stand still much on, you know? So we're not actually getting our hero power much here. We don't really pick up much consumables, honestly, with streamers, so I might take this. I actually think it's worth it. Knockback could be okay if we have trouble with mummies. I don't typically like this item, but I will take it. I love Tentacle normally, but like I said, I don't think we're going to have crit. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I could take it. It would give me a reason to take crit at this point. I don't know, though. I think I don't take it. Take range damage here. Definitely percent damage here. At this point, we really need to get our percent damage shored up, which right now it kind of isn't. Alright, we're going into wave 9, so remember 300 is our limit. So we'll buy that, roll once. None of this is really what we want, so we won't take it. Oh, and on wave 9 we want to go right to the corner to get a better... if we have weapons such as Shredder and Shotgun, we definitely want a better concave angle. I don't know if I said that right, but we want a better angle on our shots to maximize the piercing and the explosive elements of them. And a big thing to keep in mind, just make sure we're keeping an eye on these big charger dudes. I've already made a lot of money, so I think I'm going to go on the run here a bit. Still try to stand still when I can. Don't want to die, so we're going to try not to do that. I didn't even play this round that well, but as you can see, it's not like massively bad. We're already starting to make a lot of money. And from here on out, like the hardest part of this run is behind us, in my opinion. From here on out, we're like pretty good. Get some percent damage. Still don't think I'm interested in crit, I would say. Pickup range, maybe. Keep it, from here on out, we're just buying whatever's reasonable down to 300 bucks each turn. Double check my music. Don't know what happened there. There we go. Like, I could maybe do Tentacle. Like, from here on out, I can take crit, but I don't think so. Even Blindfold, I'm not, like, that interested in. Black Belt, maybe. But probably not. Take that. Take that. Coffee for sure. Injection we take. We want anything, any of these things that increase your percent damage, we're taking for sure. Metal detector, we probably don't want. We don't want to lose damage. Snail's fine. Lose the enemy speed. We're down to 300. I don't think I would like to take triangle power because I don't trust in myself enough to you know, not get hit. Pumpkin we would take. I mean, we already have Shredder, double barrel shotgun, and you know, or two of the shotguns, which all of those have piercing. So now, one thing I will say, we're in a decent spot here. Aside from the fact that I don't actually have 6 weapons yet. It's not my fault the game decided not to throw me any weapons through all of those rolls we just did, but hopefully we get a weapon at some point here. That is the one weakness we have right now. And we have an early elite on 11, so for 11, I will say if we don't have weapons, we do need to roll all the way down to 0 going into that wave. If we want to survive it, probably. Because if it's something pretty hard like a croc or a mother. Like, we're definitely going to need some help there. Also, for most of these waves, we do want to go into the corner from here on out to get better use out of our piercing. An exception would be like wave 14 that has a lot of the dudes that shoot bullets randomly around the map. We want to go in the middle to try to take them out on that one. Try to get back to the corner here. Do gotta dodge those big dudes though. Yeah, our lack of guns here is making the enemies not good. Normally I'd be clearing out enemies a little faster at this point in the game. Just say that. Alright, we're not going to use our hero power anymore. We're a little bit rough here. Man, not going to... This is honestly... Of course, when I decide to do a video on it, it's like not as smooth as it normally goes for me. I guess you'll just have to take my word on it that it normally goes smoother. We do seem to have a lack of damage, so let's try to get some of that. Out of these, probably honestly % damage over the harvesting. Alright, we'll take that. Okay, we finally got our 6th weapon. We still need to upgrade them though, so our hard limit of 300 does take exception when we're facing early elite on 11. We definitely will potentially go down below 300 for this. Garden is top tier. We definitely want Garden. Tree, which I normally like. I guess I'll take it because it's cheap here. Padding, we could take. The thing about it is it's not as good as it normally would be because we are going to go down to 300 materials each round. I think we could take it though. We do need some HP. Okay, we got some good guns here. We'll take those. Another one. Okay, now we're starting to get some good stuff here. I'll go a little bit below 300 for this fight just because it's an elite. But I think we can get... Since we did get such a good shop there, and we now have 6 weapons and 3 of them are upgraded, I think we're okay here to maybe hold on to a few more materials than normal. I don't know though. Maybe I should take one more roll of one more roll of things here. Let's go and get this shotgun and call it good. Actually, I'll take the butterfly as well. I'll go down to 100. It's fine. Like I said, we don't want to underestimate the early elite. This butcher. Alright, now we're not going to stand still at all. This is why it's not that important to have your passive, because a lot of these elites just do not allow you to stand still, you know what I mean? So it's like, why even build up that many materials for a round where you're not going to really be able to use your passive? I'm not even trying to kill the elite here just because I don't seem to have the firepower to do so. Maybe if I really focused on it, I could have. But I was more focused on just surviving. Alright, we made it through. I think I take attack speed over range damage at this point. I don't know though, most of the guns I have do rely on range damage quite a lot. But I still think attack speed probably here is better. Okay, small magazine. So we're at that threshold of 300 already. I probably just lock these and don't buy them because I do need to get my econ back. We'll take our free roll still though. Okay, I will buy this though because for 40 bucks, 2 armor, I'll definitely take that. And then we'll just go to the next fight here. I will probably want to make my way to the corner, but it's pretty easy early here. Yeah, we'll make our way to the corner. Need to get a little bit more. We don't want them spawning right next to us, so you want to sit enough into the corner that they don't spawn behind you or to the side of you. But you also don't want to go to the very corner, I find, because it doesn't give you much room to maneuver. Yeah, see, they're still spawning behind me there, so we want to move a little bit more to the back. Try to pick these up. Alright, got to $1,000 bucks, that's good. Now we'll start buying our stuff. Black belt might be worth it, I don't know though. I don't really need the warrior helmet. We're low on... Okay, bat we take. SMG we definitely take. Lure, I only have 10 luck. And if I'm taking the fins, so I'm going to have even less. I don't know. I'm just thinking like the item's probably just a tier 1 item most likely. I probably don't take the lure. I will take fin though. And then we're already at 300, so we'll just call it good here. And then we'll have one wave, and then we have another elite on 14, it looks like. And 14 is unfortunately a pretty hard wave to face elites on because there's so many bullets flying around. So we'll probably want to roll down maybe below 300 again on 14. This might be a good run to just show... this to me is harder than normal. You know, we have early elite on 11. We have elite on 14. Those are the worst times you want to face... Those are not the waves that you really want to face elites on, in my opinion. So... might just be a good example of a tougher run than normal. But this is still, to me, like, leagues easier than the engineering route. And honestly, if I had the equivalent run on engineering, I don't think I'd be alive right now. I mean, keep in mind, I would have had, like, not even my full set of wrenches. Probably even less than 5 at the point that I had 5 guns, because with engineering, I'm only allowed to take the wrench, you know? I guess I could take a screwdriver as well. I don't even think we take this, honestly, because like I said, we barely ever pick up crates, and I don't know. I guess I take it for free. It's probably not worth. Take the HP here. Take, I guess, metal plate. Anything halfway decent we'll take. Alright, there is a shredder, but unfortunately... This is the one downside sometimes of running multiple guns. It's just not really very good for me to buy it here because I don't have doubles. Sorry, just randomly burping. My bad. I do not have doubles on any of my current weapons, so I can't actually combine them cleanly here. And then my only shredder happens to already be tier 2. We could take a tractor here. It's pretty late, though, for harvesting, so I don't think I'll take it. I think we're just going to roll here. Crown, I don't think so. Yeah, nothing here. I will take the Shady Potion because we do want luck at this point. And even the Clover's alright, because again, we already got a lot of lifesteal. I do kind of need some luck here. Okay, Wandering Bot we absolutely will take. And it is the elite, so we can go a bit below 300 here, and that's fine. Because keep in mind, between all the bullets that are going around on wave 14 and the fact that elites just typically don't allow you to stand still, you know, we're not going to really be able to stand still. I will take the Fairy. I don't care about HP regen unless it's something like the Fairy that will give me, you know, I have a lot of tier 1 items. It's going to give me a ton of regen for 200 bucks. It's going to be worth it. Alright, who are we facing? This guy's not too bad. But still, even with this guy, we're not going to be able to really stand still. I'm going to try to kill this guy, though, so let's just constantly move here to get my 40% damage attack and attack speed increase. And then we should be able to kill this elite. Get our red item. Tier 4 item. Taking me a while to kill him. Alright, get that red item. So you notice we didn't make much money there because we really didn't stand still. Okay, definitely taking this though. Look at all my lifesteal. That's an easy take. That is also an easy take. Just always takeable. Take some more lifesteal, even though I got a lot of it. I don't think you can ever have too much. I don't know that sharp bullet's good for us here because we already, like, it does not improve Shredder or double barrel shotgun. It only improves the SMGs, which are honestly my worst gun probably at this point. So I'm not going to take it. We'll take that. Oops, I forgot I had no money. Well, I messed up there. I should have not bought those quite yet. It is what it is, I guess. We've dumped too much crit for me to want a sunglasses. Let's just try to get our money back up. I'm going to go right to the corner at the start. So ideally, I should have not bought anything there and just kept my money so that I'd be making a lot more money right now. Let's try to pick up these materials so that I can at least get some passive effect here. But like I said, the strategy is relatively foolproof in that I've made so many mistakes on this run and we're still making it through. Granted, I did barely make it through some of those waves, but that's just how it goes, I guess. You'll just have to take my word on it that the last like 5 runs I've done on streamer using this strategy were like a million times easier. I don't really feel like re-recording a run. I'd rather just show it as it is. Okay, I think we take the percent damage. Okay, I do like a rocket launcher for sure. Let's go tier 4 there. We can do tier 3 here. And then I'll buy this. 80 range. I don't think we take the shackles. Usually I like shackles, but I think we're only doing it for the range there at that point. I don't think we want that. We're already at 300 here, so we're not going to buy anything. I've got 28 lifesteal. I don't think I need to lock for more. I might lock the missile, though. Padding, which we normally would want on streamer if we went the engineering route, I don't think we actually even take it with the bullets. Because keep in mind, we're only going down to 300 each turn. It's not super relevant to us, in all honesty. But I think we'll take the missile. Could go to the corner here, but I'm just trying to get as much money as possible. Try to make up for lost time here, since I messed up that one round economically. We'll get our thresholds here. Pick these up real quick. Arguably, I think just standing still there would have been better, because we're making so much that me running around, I don't even know if I picked up as much as I would have earned if I just stood still. Now we're down to our 25, or we're up to our 25 a turn max here, which is nice. We almost don't want to go too high so that we don't lose too much damage. You know, greed will be your biggest enemy at this point in the game. Pretty late to take this. Take that. I could take barricade. Problem is, like, I just don't think it actually is. Like, yeah, we'll stand still a lot, but we're not going to stand there and just tank damage. We're obviously going to try to move away from the damage, so I don't think I take that. Ooh, tier 4 rocket launcher. Definitely taking that. I guess we just ditch the SMG. It's definitely our worst gun at this point. And we'll take the triple there, or take it to whatever it is. Definitely don't want to take Weird Ghost, considering we have the Bloody Hand, obviously. I will take that. We're almost down to 300. Actually, I'll just call it good there. We got an Elite coming up in 18. We might be able to just stand still this whole fight. Make a ton of money. Oh, no, not anymore. Okay. Hard to visually see everything that's going on sometimes. I gotta say, though, at this point, I really prefer guns so much to the engineering route, because In my experience, the engineering just does not clear out the enemies at these points in the game. Like, I don't know, I think you just really have to high roll a lot of engineering stats in order to actually clear stuff out on streamer, but that's just me, I guess. The gun route just seems a lot easier to me here. You know, look at all the money I'm earning here. Up to 1,500, and it wasn't really that hard. We still skipped that for the same, you know, original regions. I'll take that. It's honestly pretty late to buy this. It is gained at the end of a wave, so really it's only 2. So I'm spending 287 to get 6 mechs. Yeah, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. This is always worth it. Alien Baby, if I was desperate for HP, I would take, but I don't think we are that desperate. We got an elite coming up. I'm just going to buy this Lumberjack shirt because I've seen it like 50 times now in the shop, and it's a unique item, so I'm just going to buy it so that I stop seeing it. I guess I should have done that a long time ago. Ooh, we definitely take this. Now, one thing you notice here, the rocket launcher is probably, out of most of the stuff in this game, most of the weapons in this game, probably one of the weapons that improves the most from tier to tier. You know, a tier 2 rocket launcher isn't necessarily that impressive, but it becomes a lot better by tier 3, because look at the things that improve. It's like it goes up 30 entire damage in that case, and then the cooldown is a huge thing. 1.13 to 0.87 is a gigantic upgrade, and even the range goes up for what that's worth. So now keep in mind, from tier 3 to tier 4, it's like pretty much the same increase. Now it's up to 167 damage. That was over a 50% damage increase, mind you. And the cooldown is now down to 0.65, and another in-range increase. So rocket launcher, one of the best weapons in the game to increase the tier on. I don't think we take the SMG. I think we take the revolver. You'll notice the SMG and the Shredder are quite behind at this point. Either of them can go. I think because I already have so much AoE with the shotguns and the rocket launchers, I will remove the Shredder. Granted, if I remove the Shredder, I do lose a little bit of explosion size, 5%, but I don't think that's that relevant. So I'm going to take the revolver because I do want some single target damage. I'm going to take the Gentle Alien, not because of the enemy increase, but mainly because of the HP and damage being just a cheap upgrade. Don't think I'll take a tier 2 revolver. Clover this late? I guess. Almost down to our threshold here. I'd probably just lock that. And I'll buy this. We've got plenty of armor. We're fine to lose a bit there. Alright, we got an elite. Let's do it. I will just still... The late elites are fine. Even something like Croc is not too hard. Alright, Croc is down. Now I can sit still again. Not even going to dodge these bullets at this point. I got enough lifesteal. Shoot away at me. It's fine. I got so much lifesteal and armor. We'll just tank the bullets. The only thing we want to not have is an enemy like sit on top of us, you know. That's the stuff that will kill us. Try to pick up these at the end, though. Again, I don't even know if we're making more than 25 a second doing that. And again, this just isn't that worth it late. Maybe if we're going endless, sure, but nah. Still going to take percent damage here. I think we're so good on lifesteal that, like, we don't need much more of it. I realize that as I take that. I don't even know if I take acid here. Blindfold, I don't care about. Even though I have some dodge, I really don't care about it. I will take that. I guess I'll take the, I don't know. You can never have too much lifesteal, right? Probably no here. I could cap my HP, but I don't even want to. That I'll take. That I'll take. Ooh, that is really good single target damage. The Obliterator. Probably don't want to buy it since we are on one last wave here. So yeah, the SMG or the tier 2 rocket could go here, I think. Maybe since the SMG at least gives me lifesteal, I'll keep it. So I could just recycle this now and buy the Obliterator then. Perfect. Alright. Wave 19, we'll just make our money and should be pretty straightforward from here on out. So we got into a little bit of rough spots there, but that was my fault. Just got to pay attention. It's still, you know, I'm not going to say it's like a super easy character or anything, but at least I think hopefully I've illustrated that this strategy has some merit, even if I did run into some trouble on this run. Again, you'll just have to take my word on it that I usually don't actually run in. I don't run into that trouble that I ran into there while doing this strategy usually. Usually we're just kind of blasting stuff. Alright. Got 1,500, and we'll, since it's the final wave here, we're going to buy all the way down to, you know, 0, because why not? Take some speed. Don't need that rocket launcher. Sure, we'll go lifesteal. Sure, we'll do pumpkin. Don't need any of that. Don't need extra stomach, that's for certain. Don't need any of that. I guess we'll do a bait. We'll do injection. Wandering bot for sure we'll do. Focus for sure we'll do. And we'll just roll just to get our money down. Why not, right? Alright, now we don't need to stand still at all because we're just trying to close it out here. It should be relatively easy to do that. Just literally run in circles around them and do a ton of damage to them because we have so much stuff. Still dodge here and there, I guess, while we can. They're nearly dead. Got him. So I don't know. I like the strategy. I think that Streamer. This is like my 6th run in a row I've won with Streamer now, even though I nearly died on this run. It's like my 6th in a row with this strategy, so it's obviously pretty consistent. I am not the best player, as you can see, and it works for me. So if it can work for me, it can work for you. Don't be discouraged if you fail a few times here and there, because like I said, it is about knowing the stats that you need to go for, and the thresholds that you have to hit, and kind of the dance of learning when to stand still and when to not might take a little bit of learning, because I have played this game quite a lot before, you know, reaching this point. So not going to pretend that it's still not necessarily a hard character, but I do think it's quite a beatable character and quite a strong character with this strategy. Let's do a quick review on what did the most damage. Mainly the rocket launcher and the obliterator as far as killing the bosses go, but the shotgun's definitely holding their own as well. As you can see, because we made so much money on this run, we just have so many items. It's so nice. Many of them tier 4. 73 big damage out of the spicy sauce. Nice. See, Beg only earned 120. It was worth picking up for free, but I don't even know if it's worth buying, right? If I bought it for 30 and only made 120 by the end of the game on it, I wouldn't say that was necessarily worth it. I could have just kept the 30 bucks toward econ, you know what I mean? That's why I only took it for free, essentially. Arguably, I might have been better off recycling it. Always pick up things like turret. And honestly, for having -2 engineering, it still did a respectable amount of damage, 4,000. I don't know, for something that shouldn't have done much, it still actually put in some work. 228 on the Dangerous Bunny, 293 on the recycling, just some extra help with money. Always take guard when you see it. Super good item on Streamer. Always take harvesting. I'd always take a scar as well. Definitely take wheelbarrow. Probably the best character for wheelbarrow, maybe. I don't know. And always take this if you see it. Always take head injury and always take injection. Easy ways to get your percent damage up. And apparently always take landmine. Today I learned that that is a structure, probably the cheapest structure other than turret, so the cheapest way you can get 2 armor. So yeah, hopefully that was useful. I do like Streamer now. Can you believe that? If you've been following me in the past, you know that how wild it is for me to say that. I like Streamer now. One of the better characters. Anyway, hopefully that was useful. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.